You're on.
Hey, my name's Dr. Paul O'Leary. I come from Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm a member of the AMA and the APA, as well as my state delegation, the APPA, and MASA. So, why am I a member of these four organizations? The main reason is because organized medicine really gives physicians, both psychiatrists and others, a voice in policy, a voice in our future, and a voice for our patients. And there are other benefits too. One of the things that I've realized while I've been here as a member of the APA delegation to the AMA is that I really get to interact with some of the thought leaders of our community, of our psychiatrists. Not only do I get a better insight to some of the clinical aspects of how do I help my patients, how do I treat my patients better, how should I think about particular problems, but I also get insight into what's coming down the pipe. What type of legislation is going to affect my patients? How is Medicare and Medicaid changing over the next 2 to 5 years? These are the issues that are being dealt with at the AMA. These are the issues that are being dealt with at the APA. And the national stuff is awesome. Absolutely. It's wonderful to be a member of both the AMA and the APA. But I also wanted to get involved. And I found that one of the best ways to get involved was to make sure that I was a member of also my state. I come from Alabama, and I got involved in the Alabama Psychiatric Physicians Association. I've been working with them for a number of years, and I was actually able to represent Alabama as a deputy representative in the APA Assembly. This allows me to be on the conference calls, to hear what some of the psychiatrists who really have a pulse on what's going on in my state have to say, what their concerns are. And that helps me better prepare for the future, to know where I need to be, to know what I need to be watching out for, and trying to share this with other members of our APA and APPA. What about the Medical State Association? Well, I'm a member of MASA as well, and that's the Medical Society of Alabama. I have been so impressed with the efforts they put forward to protect physicians in scope of practice issues, to protect physicians in legislation. One of the things that just came out, and one of the issues that we're still dealing with in Alabama, is a 10% cut in our reimbursement for Medicare. For Medicaid. Why is this important? Well, right now the reimbursement for physicians, they basically break even. If you cut them by 10 or 25%, a lot of physicians simply won't be able to afford to see the underprivileged patients. And that, to me, especially because a lot of that population have mental issues, is very, very concerning. But through the efforts of my state organization, we were able to combat and educate these policies and the lawmakers on how detrimental it would be to cut 10%. Now, battle's still not over. We still have to wait for a resolution, and there's going to be a vote on budgeting stuff. But at least the lawmakers, through the education of our lobbyists, through through MASA, now have a better idea of how impactful it can be. Additionally, the scope of practice. Having a group of physicians, even if the scope of practice is outside of your specialty, talking to lawmakers and saying, hey, this is going to affect us, this isn't good practice of medicine, this isn't safe, is really impressive. And the way to bring all of these groups together, the way to, in a sense, organize, is through these organizations, APA, AMA, and your state societies. That's why I love it. Thanks.